See here it is called article in retail, but if you see the general SAP, it is called material only. So it is called material master. You just remember material as of now. When we go to IS retail, then we will call it as article. Though the screen looks like article, don't worry, you can call it as create material only. Okay.
Okay.
So MM01, right?
Yes, MM01 is a transaction to create material. Okay. And material master's owner is by default it is MM only.
Okay.
Okay. But MM material master is not only to MM. It is being used by SD, MM, production, and then quality management and accounting people, all the people. Okay. And it is not like a simple customer master where we have only what is called general data, materials, sales data, and this data, company code data. It has got varieties of data based on the module, or I can say these are module specific tabs. Okay, see, and this is what is called controlled by these two factors, like one is industry sector, another one is material type. Okay, here it is article type, just forget about it for some time. So industrial sector and material type. For example, industry sector means you will be knowing like mechanical industry is a physical products, like anything having physical structure, big manufacturing. This all comes under mechanical only, whether it is a computer or whatever it is. Okay. So if I click the options, chemical industry, it will be in the form of liquid form and some vapors and all. Okay. And mechanical industry engineering is commonly used material type as an industry sector. And pharmaceutical is a separate thing. Plant engineering construction and then retail. This retail normally will not appear in the MM01 because it is of IS retail, SAP with IS retail, these things are appearing. If you are in the plain SAP, you will see only these four. Okay. So we will use mechanical industry. Okay. And article type. You must be knowing about article, like here it is called as material type, like raw material, finished goods, what is semi-finished goods, and then service material, and then consumables. So these are all called material types. Okay. See, if you see here, SAP, these are all SAP default material types. Okay. And again, we can also create our own material type by copying. We will go to customizing and then we are copying this and then create as our own. But since he has given almost all the relevant material type, there may not be required to create new one.
Right.
But still there are situations we need to create new one. By how I'll tell you. Say for example, I told you on the other day, raw materials are the material which are used for only to produce. Raw materials are not intended for selling. But still, if they want to sell raw material also, okay, then how do we do it? We have to configure the raw material in such a fashion which can be sellable. Okay. So I will come to that what is that. So based on this material type and the industry sector, these views are getting changed. For example, see, I took finished products and I took mechanical engineering. You are able to see these things, these options like basic data and then sales 1, 2, 3, then sales. These are all belongs to sales. Up to this sales, and this is production. Actually, in general SAP, it will be called as MRP1. MRP means Material Requirement Planning. Maybe you can note down. Because when you come to retail, it is called only retail requirement planning. So this RP1, 2, 3, 4 belongs to this forecasting and work scheduling. This 6 belongs to production, and then this will be MM, like the warehouse management and all, and then quality management belongs to quality module, accounting belongs to accounting module, costing belongs to costing module. Okay, now you just see I am changing the finished product to raw materials. Now you see there is one tab is newly added, purchasing.
Okay.
Earlier it is not there. Have you noticed in finished goods it is not there?
Hmm.
Hello?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So this is the difference. This the field, the number of tabs are all controlled by this this industry sector as well as article type. Now I'll tell you how industry sector influences. See, once you open the screen, you can see the inside fields. Like there are different fields are there, and those different fields are controlled by the industry sector. Actually, we cannot say this particular field is controlled by industry sector, this particular field is controlled by material type. So just this, all the fields and tabs are controlled by these two together. Okay.
Okay.
So now we will take finished goods. Just open the tab. See, as of now, we will create this, and these things maybe I will explain a little later. See, when it comes to the plain SAP, here it is called a site. In plain SAP, it is called as plant. Okay, so you can also make a note of it. It's only plant. And again, I told you, like customer master, the material master also.
Just a minute, Sriram.
designed for- Yes.
Yeah, you said that in my SAP it comes as site.
Here also see, it is a, we three are using same SAP only.
Yeah.
It is actually, it is an IS retail part
Okay,
of
okay.
SAP.
Oh, in Aristotle it is site. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And in
See, since we are
RP
using,
it
see, probably if you would have already got an idea of SAP, so this server, I will say that like that. See, we have used plant, now we are going to use a site. But
Yeah,
since
yeah.
you do not know what is plant, what is site, I am just telling about what is plant, that's all.
okay.
Okay.
If you already got trained on either ST or MO, so you will be knowing about what is plant and all. So I will not explain about all those things as,
Yeah, yeah, that's
as I am explaining now. So I will immediately say that the difference between SAP screen and retail screen is, in SAP we call it as material. You would have created so many materials. Now here we are going to create as article only. Like that I would have taken.
Hmm.
So we will take this 1000 because I think those things are working fine. So what is your sales organization created, Kumar?
This Z301 sales organization S&M. Yeah,
Is assigned properly?
yeah, I hope so.
Can I use this?
Yeah, yeah.
What is your distribution channel you created?
I mean, everything with S&M is created by me. The last, second last.
No, but you are not given any distribution channel.
Okay.
I think you are not created it. Today, what I will do, I will. I have small work in the morning because to it is leave today. I will sit in the afternoon or evening and create a perfect working interview structure so that it will be used for classes. So this is the first screen as it is looking. So here this basic data is common for all the modules and all the organizational structures. And with basic data, we can't do anything. Only we can create the name and number for a material. Okay. Normally, what happens in a big industry, there will be one department called design department. They define the machine. Say for example, if Hero Honda is releasing a new bike, so the design department design and then they name it as Hero Honda, say X2 2000 or X3000, something like that. Okay. Now what happens? These design people will create material like this, X300 bike. Okay. And if they want to, the unit of measure is the default is a each. It is sold as numbers. Okay. And then they will simply write the text. In SAP, we can write only some text messages only. We cannot load the color photos or something like that. Okay. So this is 200cc bike, something like that. Okay. So they, and then they will simply say have you created any customers in the system?
Mm,
No,
Kumar or Praveen?
no, I mean,
haven't created.
no, I was having problem actually to find the customer. So today morning with help of Praveen, I could find the customer screen. He had a customer account groups and all, but not customer.
Mhm. You know my mobile number, Kumar?
No, I don't know. I don't know actually. It would be better. I mean,
No,
if
what
I
you
can,
do, if you stuck anywhere, you just call me. Okay, when you are practicing anything. Today, these 3 days, there is a holiday for, I think, you all for all.
yeah.
So what you can do, you can, if you are practicing and if you are getting any doubt, you just call me. I will guide you how to go about it.
Okay, fine. Can you give me?
Over phone. Over phone. Suppose if I'm nearby, if I am in the house, maybe I will also open the SAP and I'll guide you. If I'm not in the house and if I'm somewhere else, and I can guide through our phone, not a problem.
Okay.
Okay. So not 9164
9164
723 728.
Okay.
So Praveen, for you also, if you get stuck, maybe you can call me
Yeah.
so that I can guide you. Okay.
Sure.
So now you got a message like article 164 created. In SAP it is got material 164 created. Okay. Now what happened after creating this, design department will inform to all the departments like sales, purchase, production and all. Once the material 164 is created, kindly extend to their use. Okay. So now what we have to do, same way like MM02 is to change the article. See now it has got only two views, basic view 1, 2. Now when I am talking I am getting my echo. What about you are hearing my voice also, correct?
Yeah, we are correctly hearing. No problem. I don't have any problem.
But in my laptop, hello?
Yes, sure.
Yeah, Praveen, can you hear properly to Siram?
Yeah. But it's just
Okay.
echoing, but it's okay. Yeah.
Okay. I do not know, maybe I have to check what is the, but it is not coming continuously, suddenly coming, suddenly going.
Yeah.
See, you remember I told you how to extend customer for another sales area? Suppose a customer is created for one sales area, and how do we extend to another sales area? You remember? Simply create same transaction XD01 and give another sales area so that we can create it for another sales area. And suppose if you want to copy the field values, so you can give it as there is something called reference customer, put the same number and then copy. The same way in material master also. Now these views are not created. See, only two views are created. We want all our views to be created. Say example, first the salesperson is coming and then he is creating his views. What he should do? He should go to same create only and he has to give the number 164 and then enter. Now it will ask what are all the screens you want. What are all the screens you want to do? So I am selecting sales 1, 2, 4. This four tabs I want to create. I'll do that. So now this is nothing but a material viewed by salesperson and material management person and the production person different view.
Okay.
See, a salesperson looking this bike as like this is a sellable product and then this belongs to the division. So I do not know the assignment is here or not. This material belongs to the division T1 and then this is taxable. And then see, you remember I told you on the other day, it is not easy as customer master go there and put one the dot or the radio button for suppress, optional, required. It is a little cumbersome. So now even the strong guy will not recommend you to remove the tabs which we are not using. Say for example, in this screen, we will be using 1, 2, and maybe if you want to write valid from 2, that material, we can write. Otherwise, other things it will remain as it is, and we will also instruct customer, sir, there is no need to enter any data. That is what we used to tell. Because masking or making required entry will make a lot of complications.
Okay.
I will tell you how also. See, when we enter division in one tab, okay, this will go and populate wherever it is to be entered. And if you mask at one place, then it will affect everything. See, this material master is created by, I told you, all the people. You may not be required as a salesperson, you may not be required to enter this. But whereas this is entered by some other person and some other screen. So don't worry about these things. Okay. As a salesperson, he must be knowing, or he will be defining the product. Like when a customer orders, how he will order? He will order minimum quantity. Say certain things the company restricts, like you have to take 100 packs only or 10 packs only, and certain things they will give, one is also accepted. So if they want to specify something in the material master, they have to put here. The advantage and disadvantage of this is, if you put here, the system will not allow you to create an order for less quantity.
Okay.
Say for example, if you are defined as only 10 is a minimum quantity, if you want to enter order for 9, it will not allow. Okay, it will order only 10. Okay, that is minimum is 10. And if you are defining at this material master level, and it is not possible to change also in future. The disadvantage is, one is you cannot enter the order. The advantage is you can restrict. We can restrict to the sales executive to take the order for the minimum specified quantities. And if you go to this screen, sales second screen, here this is something related to the assignments. Like this sales, this material we are assigning to say example, what is an account assignment? I think this also I remember. See, when the company in the beginning of the implementation, they will decide how they want to do the accounting or how they want to capture the revenues, like customer wise or material wise, or customer wise and material wise. Like customer wise means, see, they will be having customer like local customer and then export customers. Okay, and they will be having materials like products and then service. So if a accounts department wants to see the report based on how much revenue generated by the local customer by selling, say example, service or by selling product. Similarly, they would like to see the revenue for an export customer, how much revenue generated by export customer on, say example, products and services. Okay, so if they define something like that, we need to accordingly we need to select which are all the options available. So this is again done by us based on FI's recommendation. Us means the SD consultant. But whereas when we become an IS related consultant, we needed bother about this because the SD consultant will take care of these things. And this is about the general plant data, like how the material behaves for a plant and the sales. Like, see, these two are important fields here. 1, 2, 3 fields are important. One is availability check. See, here I will just brief about availability check. Maybe in tomorrow's class I will explain a little more about availability check. Availability check is something like whether the stock is there or not. Okay, number one. And here it will not check the stock available stock quantity. It will define how the stock should be maintained for this particular item. Say for example, there are two types of availability check here. Number one, daily requirement and then individual requirements. That means if there is a product generated by the company is make to stock, that means they have to keep always some stock in the company. So for these things they will check, they will put something as the minimum quantity, say example minimum 100 bags. So as and when this coming down or coming closer to 100, what they will do, they will manufacture or they will purchase and keep. So to do this, the system should check the availability of the product daily. So if our product is X300 by belongs to that category, we have to select daily requirement. Okay. See another one, there is something called a make to order stock. That means you are giving an order, company is manufacturing the product only for you. So in that case, there is nothing called daily requirement. It can be checked only individually. That means for this, check separately. If your product or whatever product we are going to create belongs to this category, select this. You are clear about these two, what is 01 and 02?
Yeah.
So now we will put 02, no problem, or 01 also we can put. After this, these two fields are very important. One is transportation group and another one is loading group. You remember I told you the shipping points are defined based on the how it is being carried, like carried by crane or something like that, or it is to be carried by a train. And based on that, they will put shipping points. Like the shipping point is for carrying the goods by train. This shipping point is defined for carrying the loading the goods by using lift, crane, or something like that.
And there could be multiple shipping points.
Yes. So here we have to. Sorry.
Yeah, in a plant there could be multiple shipping points based on the transportation mode.
Yes. See now this transportation group here again. This is also we can define our own. See these are all SAP defaults, on pellets or liquid form or something like that. If you want to create what is called our own thing, you can also create, not a problem. So I will tell you where to create. Okay, these are all pure ST customizing. So we may not be required to know in detail about all those things. Okay. So we will define this product is loaded into the system by a pallet. Like you'll be knowing about what is pallet.
Yeah.
Like there will be one wooden plank will be there, and then the product is loaded onto the top and then tied properly. Okay, that is called on pallets. So most of the machines are all transported by pallets only. So we will also put pallets. Okay, then loading group. How this is being loaded into the something like you see manually, forklift, crane, whatever customer says, based on that we can define.
Okay.
So here we can put manually. Okay. Now based on these two combination 001 and 001, the shipping point is determined in the sales process. You are clear now?
Yeah.
So it
See,
should
the
be
sales organization, when we define shipping point, we'll define shipping point 1, 2, 3, 4 like that. Okay, and each we are giving name in the beginning as for loading heavy weight items, loading items which can be done manually, loadings with crate, like that we are defining some 4, 5 shipping points. Okay, now those shipping points should be automatically determined during the sales process. How it can be defined? We are defining the sales shipping point as from this point, this only materials which can be loaded manually. Okay. So now, if we define this particular material as manual loading group, automatically what happens when we use this material in our sales process, automatically this shipping point is determined. Okay.
Okay.
And the sales text. This is nothing but, see, earlier the design person writes a description of the material. Okay. Now what salesperson can do, he can write his own description of the material, like with a sales point of view. And these things will be, we can make this to print in the invoice or delivery challan or whatever it is. Because the invoice or delivery challan, again we need to, those are all called forms which has to be created in SAP system, and SAP has got some default. So what normally we'll do, we will take the default and modify up to our need. So when we are doing that, these fields can be used to reproduce the text. We need to type again the text in the system. Okay. Now these RP 1, 2, 3, 4 and all, it is purely for production perspective.
Okay.
See, I think you, Praveen, you are guy. Okay, you may be knowing this screen. Just see some fields whether it is any of the field you are aware of this.
Which on the top? Or
Aware means physical meaning.
your forecasting I have like.
Okay, and another way, Kumar, can you see and tell something? In material management or
regarding what? This.
See, this screen, this RP 1, 2, 3, 4 is for
For
planning and okay, maybe planning and production. Okay. So in the planning and production perspective, these fields are there. See, earlier in our sales thing, we have seen only the sales related fields. Here, totally different. The fields will be based on some production planning or purchase planning or something like that.
Yeah.
So, based on your previous thing, if you see the screen, can you recollect some of the physical names? That is physical meaning.
Okay, reorder point.
Yes.
The
What is the
reorder
other point?
Point I can say that if the stock position goes below that, then the
Yes.
system will reorder the product.
Correct. So now, when we choose there's a daily requirement, then automatically this also will come into picture. Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, when you say check daily, what daily it will check? It will check the quantity. It is less than 100 or nearing to 100.
Yeah.
Then next one. See, something like lot size. Lot size means when we are ordering the material to vendor, how do we order? See, when I say what is called minimum saleable quantity as 10, that means when we fix the lot size, here again it will be like there will be some options are there, like dynamic. These are pure production and planning. If you don't know, no, don't worry, because this will be taken care by those consultants. But if you are able to understand certain options, then it will be good for you.
Okay.
Like, see, fixed order quantity. That means we will give a fixed order. That's all.
Fixed order.
Like say 100 quantities like that. This is one method of ordering.
Yeah.
And here if you see lot for monthly lot size, that means they will fix some monthly, whether it is required or not, monthly they will order 1,000 numbers.
Yeah. So is it that in lot size, Sriram? Yeah, in lot size, is it that 100 quantities make
here,
one lot or something like that?
No, here, no, it is not that, it is not the records. It is how we define the planning system.
So
Okay.
is it like how we define the replenishment?
Something like that.
Uh,
See, we will fix monthly lots. That means there will be a trigger every month that monthly you need to order this much quantity like that.
so every month the lot, 1 month whole lot should come in.
Yes, yes, yes.
So basically it's like allocating.
Yes, yes. But don't go to that too
Okay.
technical terminology, because it is not stopping only with this. There are so many other settings are there which will make those things possible. Okay.
Okay.
Since we are in the first screen, I want to give some information, so I am giving these things.
Oh,
See, this also again depends upon the industry. Like,
yeah, exactly.
hello?
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, in some industry, they will procure something for the month. For some industry, they will procure something for that day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every day, one truck will come and load something for unload in the factory. But in something, monthly, they will, every fifth, they will load something. So, based on the customer's requirement and based on the industry, the production planning people will decide this, what is to be done for this. Okay. And again, now what happened? Doing for every material or a particular type of material, customer have to decide whether when he is creating a material master, he should not feel it is so cumbersome or so tough. We should make those people to work easily. If you allow them to give some 100 fields, fill up and 100 different values, you will not do. You will forget, and the material master will become junk. So what normally we'll do, we will fix for finished goods. You choose only this, like fixed order quantity. That's all. For raw materials, put this, something like that, and then they will close it.
Okay.
And again, this also plays very important role. That is MRP type, material requirement planning type. Okay, so here it is RP type because it is defined for article. Okay. Now I show from today I would have used that MRP several times. What exactly that MRP? Like when you create a sales order. Okay. So the starting point is customer has given a sales order. Okay. Customer has given a purchase order. We are entering that into system as a sales order. Okay. Now, after creating the sales order, there are some items are there, and we are putting the quantity as 100. So now, this requirement, say that means the companies have to produce or procure these 100 to sell this product to this particular customer. So now we don't have the items in the stock. So now what we have to do? Either we need to, based on the product, we need to procure a purchase, production. So now to start that process, production or purchase, so now there is something called material requirement planning. That means it will collectively do that. See, on a particular day, how many orders are generated? For those orders, what are all the materials together? Because for this order, say example item is one quantity, but whereas another order by for another customer, same material maybe 100 quantity. So when company purchases, it will not go and purchase for one customer and come back. So what they will do? They will do a collective, and then they will need 100 numbers or 200 numbers. So this work is done by the system, and that is called MRP. So this MRP is run based on so many parameters. Like this is a pure and the PP's work. So many parameters like already how much is in stock, and those stocks whether it is reserved for some other delivery or reserved for some other purpose. Calculate the total quantity minus those quantity, and if something is already ordered which is on the way, so we need to include those also. And finally, it will arrive at a figure that this is an item to be procured or product produced. So these calculations are done by MRP. And for this MRP, there are so many values are there. These are all SAP's default values. So we normally take this PD. PD means for this item is decided by MRP. That means this item will, the requirements and other things will be transferred to other department to do the MRP. And suppose there are some items which will not require any planning. See ND, no planning. For this item, there is no need to plan. It will not go through MRP. So we can select whatever the value, because this will be decided by the company MM and PPK. So now we will put PD. Yes, PD is generally MRP.
What is the full form of PD? Is it percentage or something like that?
What's that?
What is the full
actually-
form of PD? Full form.
No, there is nothing. This is not an abbreviation. Like
Okay.
how we are giving our division as T1 like that.
Okay.
This maybe some German word like it will start with T, so they would have given PD.
Okay.
In SAP, there are a lot of German words are there because it is a software generated by
It's a German
Germans. So there is something called stock planner. These are all we may not be knowing. See, I am not including this thing. I'm just coming out. Because for this, this is a PP's customizing, so they need to maintain at the customizing level. Since it is not maintained, we cannot do the customizings and all.
Okay.
Actually, I should have saved it and then I should have come for this production. So now we have extended this material to sales views. Okay. Now if you see here as see, we got these screens also. Okay. Now what happened after creating this? We need to inform to the design and other things that I have created my views, so you can create other required views. Now account flow will go and create its views. Okay. So before that, I would like to show one thing here and explain what is that. See here something called a general item category group. Okay, so this is NORM. Okay, when you come to retail, this all will not play a major role. This general item category and all. Okay, but in that's why I didn't say, but I'll give only information about this. Okay. In real what is called in SD perspective, suppose there is no ISV retail, only SD is there. So in that SD scenario, this plays very major role. This and this one. See, in SAP, every record, whether it is a customer record or a material record, whatever we are creating will be applicable for a particular sales organization or particular purchasing organization or particular plant. If you want the same data to be extended for another plant, we need to extend it to the other plant. That's why it is every time when you are changing, it will ask for the organization structure. See, this general item category and this item category plays a very important role in SC perspective. Okay. But in IS retail perspective, this doesn't play a major role. In fact, this line itself is not there.
Okay.
Even if it is there, it doesn't carry big weightage in IS retail. I'll tell you why. See, in sales, that is in SD perspective, we have to create the sales order based on customer's purchase order. Okay. So, assume that that company is also giving some offers like buy laptop, get mouse free. Okay. And when you want to configure this in SAP, not IS retail. Okay. So, I need to create material for, there is a material master for laptop as well as mouse. Okay. And this mouse is not always free. Mouse can be sold as a full item also. If somebody wants a separate mouse, they will sell it for, say, example, 500, 600 rupees. That means this mouse will behave sometime as free and sometime as sellable item.
Okay.
You are clear now?
Yeah.
So we cannot create a material master for okay, sellable item one material master, free item one material master. So what they will do, they create a material master once and they will make some setting. Through that setting, we can make that mouse behave as sellable item or a free item.
Right.
So that is controlled by these two, this item category group. Hope I gave a simplest understanding.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this field makes the playing a role that when in a sales order this particular item is selected, this will play. Only this field, no, this field along with another field, because the same way, like if it is only one combination, like if you put now, that is a one item only. So if it is a free item or sellable item, we cannot define with this. So how we can define? There is one more thing called, this is item category group. There is one more thing called item category. The combination of these two makes the item behave as free item as or sellable item.
Okay.
Clear now?
Yeah.
So along with this item category group, there is one more control called item category.
Where is that item category here? It's not here.
here. Here only
Item
only
category
item
group
category
is
group.
here.
Item category is defined in some other place. Combination of this and that
Hmm.
makes the item like or describe the item as sellable or free. And not only free, anything like see when you are creating a quotation orders, quotation item is different from the behavior of the item in the quotation. This number one, there is no billing, there is no planning required for based on quotation. So many things are there. Say for example, if you are creating a quotation for the same laptop, and you are going and asking the 45,000. You are not given any money or any order to that vendor. So that vendor will start planning only if you give order or advance, so that he will either, if he is having a stock, he will give you, or he will, if you don't have a stock, he will purchase. Okay. So now, when the item is same, the laptop is same. In the quotation as well as the order, laptop is same. But the behaviors are different. In quotation, there is no planning. There is no need to plan for purchase, no need to plan for production or something like that, or no need to bill also. But whereas in the sales order, the same item is there, but the difference is, yes, this can be billed, this can be purchased, this can be sent for planning, and all those things. So the laptop now behaves in two things, and that is differentiated by item category. Item category is nothing but it is a behavior of an item in a particular sales process.
Okay.
So if somebody asks you what is item category, you can say that item category is nothing but it describes the behavior of an item in a particular sales process. Again, this is pure SD point of view. So I am giving only basic information about SD. Because if I take an SD again, that will go for 30-40 days. So we are not going to do that. I am just giving you the basic information so that this can be taken into your mind. So whenever things come, you can use it. And for this, I already sent one material. So what you can do, you can refer those names so that you can register. And when you are doing so when you are studying or referring, if you have got any doubt, I gave my number. Please call me.
Okay.
Okay, I will explain. Suppose if I am busy, I said I may say that I will call you later and I will call you and discuss. Okay.
Fine.
Fine. Similarly, this material I told you is viewed by the account person also. So now, in this point of view, normally what an account person will think about the materials, or what will be his perceptions, or what will be his thought on the material.
How much is the cost of the material?
Excellent.
And also, I mean, when, if it is a finished product, then when it is sold, then how much is the price actually, sale price?
Okay. Sales price is something like it comes from an invoice. Okay. Before selling, is botheration is about what is the cost.
Cost. Yeah.
Okay. And also how you want to maintain or where you want to maintain those costs.
Yeah.
Okay. Something called that process is called valuation.
Okay.
Okay. If somebody, I think you will be seeing a lot of maybe in US it is Q2 results, and in India it is Q1 results. Like they will see that if you are going through those statements, they will see net value of the stock, say 25,000 crores, like that. How it is arrived? This is arrived by 5 people. They know the cost of the item, and they know the stock, what is the stock available, and then they will keep stock as this much. Okay. And in FI, there is one thing called before coming to FI, in the company they keep stock for all types of material, raw material, semi-finished, finished, and then consumable, and then stationery, so many things. Okay. So the company's MD normally will ask the accountant, what is the value of stationery is available. Then he has to see that he will go to the Excel sheet number 22. Sir, as on today we are having 25 lakhs worth of stationery. Okay. And what is the cost of raw material available in our godown? You will say, you will go through another Excel tab number 1. You will say, sir, we have 2.5 crores. Okay. So now when an MD asks, he is able to give immediately based on the Excel tabs. Okay. For Excel tab, he is giving some names like raw material, like that, 1, 2, 3 number or something like that. Same way in SAP also, this is done by called valuation. Okay. So now I will try to extend this to the same material in an accounts perspective. See, they put something called a valuation class. Valuation class is nothing but the Excel sheets. You just imagine there is an Excel sheet with a lot of pages, and each page is given some number or identification. Okay, and if you opens that, you will see the cost of the particular material. You are able to visualize what I am telling?
Yeah.
Same thing. See, he has given a number called 7920. It is nothing but valuation class for finished goods.
Okay.
And this is a pure FIMM setting. Let us not bother about that now, because we are not going to do that. Okay. And similarly, there is something called the price control. Okay. See, in FI point of view, this plays a very important role. Like when we are manufacturing a product, okay, that means we are fixing the price, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when we are purchasing the item, the price is not fixed by us. There is a purchase price I am telling about, because this screen talks about only cost, not the selling price. So that cost is coming from what? Whether it is a standard price or moving average price, S or P. And if you are going for some interview, this question will be asked, whether irrespective of SD, FI, they will ask what is S, what is B. Standard price is, it is a price defined by us. It is applicable for whatever we manufacture. Like semi-finished we are manufacturing, and then we are manufacturing finished goods. Okay. So for that, you have to give control S and then put standard value as, say, 25,000. That's the cost of the X3000 bike.
So it is like
Selling price,
We got, right?
sorry?
So that is the price we got the product for, is that right? Or
No, this is the price, that's the cost of the item, not selling price.
okay, cost of okay.
Okay, selling price will come under, it is a record, it is a different area, and it is taken care by sales department. Okay,
Okay.
this is for a valuation purpose, they will put the value,
Okay.
not even the sales order costing.
Okay.
so. I mean,
In a
how we can define standard price? That is it that I mean cost price of an item.
Yeah, it's a cost price of an item, that's all.
This cost
Or
price
it's an
is-
FI valuation. See, you would have bought a laptop for, say, example, 55,000. That is your purchase price. But
Yeah.
FI evaluates like, okay, this value, okay, you can put it as 40,000. It is a value of 40,000, but you bought it for 50,000. That is different.
Okay.
Okay, so normally it is a cost price. There is a what is the it is an approximate, like for this item X3000 bike, if we manufacture, our cost is 25,000. And for some other item, say some raw material, we are purchasing. So when we are purchasing, what happened? Today we are purchasing that item, say for example 1,000 rupees. Okay. Tomorrow there is some price increase or something like that, and we are forced to buy the same item for 1,200 rupees. Okay. Now, when the stock of these items are available in our godown, like how do they rate? They cannot go and say this is 100 kg bag, 10 numbers, 1,200 price bags, 5 numbers. Like that, they don't do. So they will put something an average. That is called a moving average price.
Okay.
You are clear? You are able to understand what I am telling?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like this is not a pure purchase price. When we put, say, V, say for this is for 7920 is for finished good. If it is a raw material, this valuation class is something different, say 3,100, and for 3,100 the price control is V, because raw material is always purchased, so you have to put V, and for the V it is not a purchase price. Okay, it is a valuation price.
Is not a
So
pure.
this question will also normally ask in the interviews. Whether it is a whatever we are putting in the material master standard is a moving average price, it's a V. What is that? Is it a purchase price, or they will not say the valuation price? They will simply stop R. Then most of the people will say that no, it's a purchase price. But actually it is not a purchase price, it's a valuation price. That means today you purchased for 1,000, tomorrow you are purchasing for 1,200, and it itself will calculate. See, there is some settings are there, like take 5 purchases and then put average. This again setting is done by MO. So average of those things, they'll put something out of an, you would have bought it for 1000, but later on there is an always upward trend is there, 1200, 1400, 1800, like that. So the valuation price will be increased to, you would have bought it 1000, but increased to 1600.
Yeah.
Like gold. Gold you would have bought at maybe 1800 rupees per gram. Today it is 2600.
Yeah.
So when you see the what is the average, you bought it 1800, but it's evaluated at like 2400 price, something like that.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so
So
based
here
on
we
the
are
raw
saying,
material price, I mean these valuation price, I mean these price may differ, so that's why it is called a valuation price, not a particular pure purchase price.
yes. And in a particular, suppose if a customer wants to, or in a company, there is implementation, suppose if you are implementing for Hero Honda, if Hero Honda wants to see what is the cost of the sales order, you see the difference. See, the cost of the sales order is different, cost of the material is different.
Yeah. Okay.
Can you give what is the difference, the cost of the sales order and cost of the material? Praveen or Kumar, what is cost of the sales order and what is cost of the material?
So cost of the material is before finishing the product.
Cost of the sales order is?
And cost of the sales order is probably after the product is done, end product, then what is the cost price?
No, I'm not able to understand what you are coming to say. See, you are ordering, like a customer has ordered X300 bike, okay?
Yeah.
As per the material master, this price is 25,000, that is cost of the material. But whereas, what is cost of the sales order?
Praveen, you are telling, or should I just guess?
No, go ahead.
Okay, is it that, I mean, it is the manufacturing price plus probably other costs like transportation costs, etc., including everything?
Excellent. That is, yes. So, that is called the cost of the sales order. Okay, it includes production cost, the sales executive cost, and then sales cost, and some other operational cost. All those together, put, that is the cost of the sales order. That means when a company says I made a profit of say 2,000 rupees, that means they included all the cost. Since material is bought only for 25,000, but after that there are so many things that executive would have traveled 15 times to reach the customer, and they would have given petrol conveyance and then other allowances, and for this some 3-4 people are working, one senior manager, and all this time, effort, etc. Put all together, then the value of sales order is this cost of sales order is arrived. Now how do we calculate profit? Cost, there is a order, sales order value minus this cost of sales order is equal to our profit. Correct?
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, the difference.
Suppose if anybody is making a mistake, like value of the sales order minus this price, will he get a correct price?
No.
Just tell
So
again.
he will not get, because
No.
see, if anybody just subtracts the order value minus this as profit.
Oh no.
No, it is not correct. It will not.
Yeah.
Okay. And in most of the company, to get those values, how much spent on executive, how much spent on petrol conveyance, how much is spent on other activities to get this order. See, SAP is what? It is not intelligent. It is a machine. If anywhere information is there, it will fetch. If there is no information, it is going to give a wrong result only. Correct?
Yeah, correct.
Right, yeah.
if you are not entering this cost of the sales activity cost, petrol consumption, the SAP system,
Yeah.
how it will bring those as cost of the sales order?
No, it can't. It can't. Yeah.
So it will not. It will again what it is going to give. It is going to give the same this particular price only.
Yeah. Right.
Right.
So this price is plus all those prices. If in all those prices you are not entering any data, all are zero. Now what is the cost of the sales order? Same. It is going to be same only,
Yeah.
and that is a wrong figure.
Yes.
And based on that, if company decides my profit is this much, then the company will
That's wrong.
think that's all. Because they may see that I am doing profit, but I do not know money where it is going. You would have seen so many small time company owners talking like this,
Yeah.
because they may not capture the exact cost.
Yes.
Sometimes what happens, they put overall value of, okay, I put all together as 2,000 rupees. Roughly they will put 2,000 rupees, but actually it would have been more than 2,000 or less than 2,000 also.
Yeah.